Hi guys, it's been a while since I've made a video, basically just because I've been very busy. Simple. But I decided because these seem to be pretty unprecedented crossout times that we're in at the moment, as far as announcements and big sudden changes that are happening. I felt like I should make a video about this because it's interesting to me, to be honest, and I'd like to kind of make my predictions and see how accurate they are, and look back and think, oh, you were wrong, or whatever. But anyway, I'll get straight on with it. About 2 weeks ago, we had an announcement which related to, well, we didn't know what it related to, but it appeared to relate to 3 packs. And I'll just get that up. It was this. So it was on Twitter. Basic gist of the announcement is that the devs have a plan to add some interesting new material in a future major update. New parts, new heroes, new locations. Okay, right. And general sort of reaction to this was, oh, it's going to be more pay-to-win items, more packs, blah blah blah. And I didn't see that as being that, to be honest, because we're halfway through the swath packs. The thing that brought the ATGM and the mine layer, and there's another 2 of those to come. And I don't feel like they're going to add more packs halfway through that kind of run of 4. I don't think that would happen. But anyway, let's talk about it. We've got 3 characters here mentioned up there as well. Got one that very clearly is a Steppenwolf's kind of character. Got one that's clearly Firestarters. One that's clearly Dawn Children. Okay? So, presumably we're getting a big pack for each faction. That's what it looks like, right? I don't think that's what this is. Anyway, we've got multiple leaks that I've dropped. One from a guy called Eternalsilence, YouTuber, and there's also some from Blackhat. I don't know if Blackhat got them from Silence. We'll see, but I'll put the links in the description. There's some nice footage and things that you can have a look at some of the things that are going to come with these characters. Some cabins, and I'll show you them. So, this is the first cabin that has actually been announced in a dev blog. Looks like a sort of VW Badger beetle car buggy type thing. Not accurate, but close. You've got some sort of module in the window there, which is going to be probably activatable, and we've seen a video of this, and I'll show you, a screen of that at least. But this is the big thing about these cabins. There's 3 of them, one for each of those characters that we looked at, and they appear to be legendary, and I reckon they are. I mean, that's obviously the legendary colour, cabin tribal, so that's referring to Firestars. And we've also had some weapon leaks. Again, I'll put the video links in the description to these. This is one of them, and that's clearly a Firestarter's sort of styled weapon. This one's going to be special rarity, and it appears to have the same sort of perk that the Locust has. You've got, I'm not going to translate it, but you've got 5, and you've got 12%, which kind of looks like this to me. So I assume it's going to have a toned down version of their Locust perk. And then this is the actual cabin. This is from the video that Eternalsilence has put up, so thanks to him. There's been a lot of debate about what this perk is. I can't tell, honestly. I mean, looking at the icon there, I'd say that's going to have something to do with maybe a speed boost or a power boost for the cabin, or potentially an increased amount of ram damage when it's activated. We'll see on that one, but it's definitely interesting. Now, the big thing about these packs and these cabins is that, that's the next one by the way, but the big thing about these cabins is that because they're legendary, you kind of got to wonder, are they going to have 13 energy? And I don't think that will be the case. I really don't. I think that these things are going to have much more powerful perks than your average epic cabin. I think they'll have the same energy, but either like 2 perks, maybe, like 1 passive, 1 active, or more likely, probably just 1 more powerful perk. This is the Dawn Children cabin. You can kind of tell from the styling there. And when I first saw this, I saw the video that I have a screen of after this. I saw that afterwards, and what I kind of thought originally was, this is some sort of cloaking module that's built into the cabin. Kind of looks like a chameleon a little bit there. But, you know, that would have been my prediction if I'd made this video a couple of days ago, but because I didn't, we now know this. So, you can see there, this is again in one of Eternalsilence's videos. It's basically a shield projector, as far as I can tell. So it's kind of like, if anyone's played Overwatch, it's kind of like the Reinhardt shield projector. That's what it looks like. And it's quite big. I mean, that's not a small build across. That cabin looks like maybe 6 blocks across, and then you've got to hover on each side as well. So that's big, and you know, you could potentially use that to block for a teammate, or you know, cover probably a decent sized spider build from the front as well. So that's a big deal. And it had a long duration as well, very long duration, which, you know, so did the Aegis when that came out, and that was very heavily nerfed very quickly. But might see the same with this, might not. As it looks at the moment, looks pretty good. And then again, a matching sort of themed weapon there. There's videos of this too, same channels. This is a plasma shotgun. It seems to fire a bit quicker than a normal shotgun. Also seems to overheat itself, which is odd. I've got no idea what that's referring to, so I'm not going to try and theorize. But yeah, you know, 4 energy, epic, plasma shotgun. So, new weapon type, I guess. So that's pretty cool. And here is the Steppenwolf's cabin that's being leaked. Again, legendary. So we've got a legendary for each of the advanced factions there. This is, you know, I mean, I found a picture of this vehicle in real life. This is an MAZ 543M, something like that, but it's basically an ICBM carrier vehicle. I think they build radars on it as well. And yeah, the interesting thing about this cabin, we don't know anything about its perk. There's nothing in any videos about this, but it has what looks like a cutout in the roof there, 4 cross cutout, 4x4. And I think that's significant because we've had this leaked as well. Looks like it's going to be about 4x4, similar size to a whirlwind. It's an autocannon. There's some footage of this, but it's clearly not as finished as the shotgun, for example. But as far as I can tell, this is going to have some form of perk that revolves around doing more damage when people are close to you. So it could be that it's just not finished at all and it's actually kind of a Caucasus style automatic gun, but more likely an autocannon. That's the autocannon icon there, so I assume it's an autocannon. But that's interesting because they've just announced some very big nerfs to autocannons, which in my opinion really are not warranted, especially the Cyclone. You know, I mean, it's a very awkward gun anyway, and they want to nerf that, so I think maybe that's something to do with this thing coming along. But yeah, I mean, look at that. You can see that's slotting straight in the top of there, can't you? So I assume what we've got is basically 3 vehicles, 1 for each faction. They're all going to come out. They're going to have their own weapons. There's also a lot of armor parts that look like they're going to match these vehicles, which have been leaked again in the same videos that I talked about, and I'll link in the description. But yeah, I don't think these are going to be packs. I really don't. I think what we're going to be looking at here is the second Crossout season. And obviously we had Founders, and you know, you did your missions, you unlocked your various levels and went up to 75. I think that this will be that. So whether all 3 of these vehicles appear at once and you unlock them in sequence, or you unlock parts for each vehicle and gradually unlock the full vehicles, or whatnot, I don't know. I think basically these 3 characters are going to come into the game, and you're going to have objectives, or you're going to just level up, you know, gain experience with them, and you'll unlock the parts of their vehicles. I think that's what this is. Now, price-wise, I think that Founders was quite cheap, personally. I mean, it was €10 for the stuff you got, and it was quite easy to hit max if you started at the beginning. I think you got a lot, really. So, my opinion is this is going to be that. So we'll see, you know. That's my prediction. And yeah, I guess watch this space. We're going to probably have more announcements related to each of the two other factions. We've had the Fire Stars, so I think we'll have an announcement for the Dawn Children and for the Steppenwolves as well. And then maybe after Night Riders, this will be probably on the horizon. I think it's also quite significant that the Night Riders event this year seems to have been kind of toned down a bit. There wasn't a lot in it. A lot of the things that usually are there have been taken away, like the Corvo, things like that. So, yeah, I reckon that Night Riders are going away and we're going to have seasons instead. Night Riders are going to become a much smaller event, and seasons will be the big sort of yearly or 2 year event that we look forward to. And that makes sense because that's going to make them more money. Anyway, that's where I'm at with this. Leave your opinions in the comments if you want to kind of say, well, voice your opinion or whatnot. But that's it. That's what I got for you. So I'll see you later. Bye.